Namaskar. After the change in the government in Syria, the influence of Turkey in the entire region has grown significantly, and the influence of Iran and Russia has gone down. The way this entire power balance has changed and shifted in favor of Turkey or Turkey, this entire change in the equation of power in this region has created the potential of opening of ZangeZur Corridor or potential takeover by Azerbaijan by a force. This can have wider implications, and a lot of power equation in the Caucasus region may change if something like this to happen. You will ask, what exactly is ZangeZur Corridor? Where is it located? Why is it so important? And can changes in the ownership of this corridor from Armenia to Azerbaijan may have any impact on India? Let's find out. So in this video, we'll first discuss the location of this ZangeZur corridor, which is 43 kilometers of corridor. And we'll discuss why is it important from the perspective of the countries in the regions and a wider geopolitical picture. And we will also discuss the past conflict and the current status between Azerbaijan, Armenia, and the organizations of CSTO and the neighboring country of Iran. I will talk why this is important. That after the change in the government in Syria, how the power balance is shifted in favor of Turkey and its ally Azerbaijan, and how the other countries are going to react to it. And we'll also see the position of different countries if something like forceful takeover of this corridor has to happen. And if nothing happens, okay, I'm speculating nothing happens, what can be the alternative route and the potential problems? And at the end, we'll talk about what will the impact on India if something has to happen in this corridor. So we'll discuss this. Location of this corridor. As you can see in this figure, ZangeZur region is actually part of, or is it the scenic region of Armenia? It borders in the eastern side of the province of East ZangeZur and of Azerbaijan. In the west, it borders the Nakhchivan autonomous enclave of Azerbaijan. In the south, it has East Azerbaijan province of Iran. So it's kind of a landlocked regions of Armenia, and the enclave of Nakhchivan and the Azerbaijan land, they have it's like it's being separated by this region of Armenia, and that's what Azerbaijan wants. They want to have a corridor linking the Nakhchivan enclave with the mainland Azerbaijan. That's what the ZangeZur corridor is all about. The 43-kilometer road, rail, any kind of linkages. That's just 43 kilometers narrow corridor in Armenia's scenic region. You will ask, why is it important? Now it's very obvious for Azerbaijan. It's going to connect this enclave, which is separated from mainland Azerbaijan by Armenia. If this corridor is established, then it will have a direct linkages. And if you see the map again, you see it's going to provide a shortest connectivity from Azerbaijan to Turkey. Now, currently, Turkey and Azerbaijan are connected through Georgia. They're bypassing Armenia. If you can see the map, they're bypassing Armenia, and they're connected via rail route. And this ZangeZur corridor will offer a shortest route for any kind of trade happening between Central Asia and Turkey. The trade is still happening, but this can offer a shortest route. This can also help China to shorten their path to send their goods to Europe via Central Asia, Azerbaijan, and through this corridor via Turkey to Europe, to other places. So this corridor is vital for many countries to create a shortest path in linking the trade routes, in linking the trade, export, import for every kind of things. This is interesting part because this area has seen some of the fiercest battles between Azerbaijan and Armenia, and we will not go into details of Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, but we'll directly go to the current status of what the current countries in the region are thinking. So, post 2020 conflict, Russia is one of the prime mediator between Armenia and Azerbaijan, and Russian peacekeepers are guarding this corridor so as not to have a conflict flare up again. And Armenia used to be part of CSTO, but lately it has started to tilt more towards NATO, European Union, and towards Western Bloc. So that's a situation. And Azerbaijan and Armenia signed some sort of treaty, if I'm not wrong, and there is a peace so far on this region. However, Azerbaijan insisted that they want to take over this region by a force, and they want to um, connect with the Nakhchivan enclave, like East ZangeZur, and they are calling it West ZangeZur. Anyway, it's called scenic region of Armenia, and they want to connect or create a corridor to this route. There is one more country called Iran. So Iran doesn't like the forceful takeover of this corridor by Azerbaijan. They think it's attack on their own sovereignty because it will essentially lock Iran's access to the northern Caucasus, the Caucasus regions, as well as the Black Sea. Through Armenia, Iran has a good relation with Armenia. So Iran doesn't like the forceful takeover of these regions, and there has been some confrontational statements between those two countries, Azerbaijan and Iran, in the past over this, over the Azerbaijan's intention to take over this territory by force. Now we come to the most interesting part: the post-Syria regime change. After the fall of government of Mr. I think Bashar Assad, if I'm not wrong, so Bashar Assad, flee the country, and he's now in Russia on asylum. And there's no government in Syria which is which is on a friendly terms with Turkiye, not so friendly with Iran, and maybe it's still yet to say in what terms they are with Russia, but it's significantly say that Turkey has got upper hand in Syria, and Iran's influence got diminished, and Russia's influence also got diminished by the change of regime in Syria. So some of the analysts are saying that Turkey can have a hard bargain in return of Russian in return of presence of Russian naval bases in Syria. Turkey may ask Russia to force Armenia or Iran also to open this corridor. Or so that's what change happens. That the position of Turkey has gone up significantly. And if you see the map again, the Nakhchivan enclave has a border with Turkey. So Nakhchivan and Turkey already have a linkages, and Azerbaijan have a railway line in East Zangur. So if this 3 kilometers corridor is slightly is opened up and the rail by a rail road, then it will significantly shorter the distance, and it will connect Turkey much more easily to the Central Asian regions. It's being speculated that Azerbaijan, with the help of Turkey, can forcefully take over this corridor. Let's for the moment suppose nobody's taking anything forcefully and discuss what's the position of different countries on this corridor. So what's the position of Five Eyes? When I say Five Eyes, I mean the Central Asian countries: Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan. These countries think that opening of Zangur corridor will shorten the distance from Central Asia to Turkey. And the current corridor through Georgia connecting Turkey and Azerbaijan is becoming saturated with the flow of goods. Alternative corridor can reduce the burden on the existing corridor, and the shorter time will also reduce the cost. So that will thereby boosting the trade of the for the Central Asian countries. So they are very much in favor of opening this corridor. And let's talk about Russia. Now, as such, it's beneficial for Russia because Russian troops are guarding this corridor, so they can allow this corridor to happen under their guarantee, under their supervision. But lately, Armenia and Russia are not in good terms, as Armenia is more tilting towards of European Union, NATO countries, or the Western Bloc led by United States of America. So Russia's position can be very much neutral. They are in favor of opening this corridor, but not by force, but by taking consensus of all the parties so that their influence in this region does not diminish. The position of Iran is very much, how do I say, against the position of Turkey. Iran sees that Turkey is planning to establish the Turkic Empire, the old Ottoman style Turkic Empire, by connecting with countries of Central Asia, which were part of the Turkic Empire in the ancient era. And this corridor, if opened forcefully, will allow Turkey to connect more easily to Central Asian countries, thereby creating the pretext of this old Turkic Empire, which Iran is thinking that Turkey wants to create. Turkey wants to create. So Iran thinks this is an attack on it's going to reduce its influence in the region, and if this corridor is opened forcefully, then Iran is basically cut off. It's cut off, and Armenia will be surrounded by three sides from Azerbaijan, one side to Georgia, one side by Turkey, and Iran's access to Armenia will be almost cut off. Not almost, it's cut off. So Iran's influence in the region will be further diminished. So Iran think that the forceful change of territory bordering its East Azerbaijan province is a no-go. Now, the position of Turkey we did not discuss. Turkey is very much in favor of opening this corridor, and as I said, it will help Turkey to expand its influence. It will allow Turkey to become a better trading hub by allowing Central Asian goods to reach Turkey and to export from there, or allow other countries to use this corridor to export things to Central Asia. Now, what will be the role of European Union and United States of America or other Western countries? As I said in the start, that Armenia used to be part of CSTO, the CSTO, which is Russian-led, a NATO equivalent kind of bloc. But lately, it's not participating, and it's tilting more towards the Western countries. It is believed that the Western countries are not in favor of status quo changed by force measure, just like Iran in this context. But their influence is very limited. Very limited because European countries are dependent on Azerbaijan for gas. They're buying a good amount of gas from Azerbaijan, especially after they cut off themselves from Russian gas. If Turkey and Azerbaijan plans to um, change the status quo through force measures, I don't think European Union can do much. The same goes for USA also. Even though Armenia is trying to shift from Russian camp to, let's say, Western camp, but there's not much USA or other Western countries can do, because Turkey is a NATO ally. It's a part of NATO, and Azerbaijan had a huge partnership not just Israel but also with the USA. So there's nothing much Western countries can do in this way. However, there is an alternate option. There is an alternate route. If you can see in this figure, there's a possibility of avoiding Armenia altogether. If Azerbaijan built a railway or road through Iranian territory, bypassing this Armenian region altogether, connecting Nakhchivan region with eastern ZangeZur region. That's a possibility proposed by many analysts. It's being discussed, debated. However, not so much progress has been made on this issue, on this new route, and possibly it's either costly, or all the parties involved in this entire operation are not in agreement with each other. But if they do have an agreement on each other, but then this alternate route can be built, and any kind of potential conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia can be avoided. What's the impact on India on all these things, on this 43-kilometer corridor, a shortest route, a historical region. Well, India's position is very much tied up with Iran, honestly, because India can access Armenia only through Iran. And lately, we have cultivated good relationship with Armenia. We are selling a lot of our weapons to Armenia and all being transported via Iran. And when it comes to relationship with Azerbaijan, India has a good relation with Azerbaijan, as much as I can say, not conflicting. But Azerbaijan historically supported the position of Pakistan over the issue of Kashmir in UN sessions. So that's where a conflict occurred. But India had a trade link with Azerbaijan, historical trade links with Azerbaijan. However, as I said, if this this corridor is built or forcefully taken over by Azerbaijan, then India's access to Armenia is cut off again. They have to rely on Azerbaijan to even access Armenia. There's no other way. And it's going to be a problem for Iran also. So India's position is very much tied up with Iran here. And there's nothing much India can do about it. It's just that the influence of Turkey will expand significantly in Central Asia, and Turkey have much more hold over the main supply route to the world markets via Central Asia. Especially Central Asia is a mineral rich regions, and the 21st century is going to see a lot of conflict or the issue of resources, be it food, be it water, be it metals, be it commodities, oil, gas, all the things. So in that context, this corridor, if it's if it's occupied by force, it's going to have ramifications beyond its control, beyond its regions. That also includes India. Thank you for watching this video, and if you want to know more about such geopolitical commentary in the context of India, then we can subscribe to my channel. Till the next video, bye. Namaste.